She was just there for the season.
163. 163.
It is. Kenny T is in the building.
Y'all know what time it is.
Yeah.
I say y'all don't even need intros no more. Voices you hear, OT, D Smooth, and D Trill AC, man. It's another episode of the Krew Season Podcast, man. How y'all boys doing on this glorious morning?
Gucci.
Sorry for the technical difficulties we had to go through a little earlier.
Gucci.
Good, man. I got all day. I got all day.
All right, man. First things first, man. Nick Saban retires.
Come on, man.
Let's dive right in here.
Ran him out.
GOAT status.
Ran him out.
Let's dive right in here, man. As people say, well, for one, we got to give him his credit. He is the greatest college football coach ever.
That is true.
That's just reality.
Undeniable.
Got to put that there. Got to.
But reasoning for his retire is dealing with a little bit of debate. You got one side saying that, hey, man, he just got a little older, man.
Nope.
He trying to take it in, be a little more time with the family. And then you got another crowd saying that the NIL forced him to actually have to recruit and expose the fact that he's not that great of a recruiter when other people have the same opportunity to benefit the kids money-wise. What's y'all take on that?
Man, come on, man. We see it. We see it, man.
When you say benefit money-wise.
You know, they get they basically signing contracts to go to colleges. That's basically what kids are doing these days.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? And he not getting the number one recruits no more to go over there. Cause who the hell wants to go to Tuscaloosa, Alabama without Nick Saban?
So
let's just keep it a beat.
What was his recruiting class this year before he retired?
Shit, probably number one, huh? Probably number one or two. Yeah, probably number one or two.
Before he retired?
Well, not this year, but last year. Last year is probably one or two.
So you can't say he's not getting the number one.
No. We talking this year moving forward. This is why he left. He can't pay all of because every year you got to bring in kids. This is how it works. You remember back in the day, you got 5-stars sitting on the bench waiting on their opportunity for 3 years. 2 years in a possible. You know what I'm saying? Waiting on their opportunity. Kids ain't trying to wait when I know I can go get some money right now. You understand me? And Dion showing you shit. You can get the same look over here, big dog. And that's what's going on.
So my question is, what was he doing prior to?
I mean, it's back,
that was different than everybody else.
Because you got to realize, people back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to go to a powerhouse and you want to win, and you want to go to a grand stage that's going to put you on notice to get you in the league. Because the more eyes on you, the more opportunities you got to show you can play. Everybody watch Bama games. Let's just keep it a bean. For the last decade plus, everybody watch Bama games. So with that, I know I'm going to get the eyes on me. So that means I'm going to get the opportunities to show scouts that I can actually play. And we're going to play in some of the biggest games on the planet. He been to 8 national championship games or some shit?
Yeah, 1-6.
And 1-6 in the bitches. Over the last decade. Of course I'm going there.
So last year was A&M was number one, Bama was 2.
See.
Then Georgia, Ohio State, Texas.
Yeah.
Recruiting classes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But now since that money can be spread around.
What was his 2023 recruiting class?
This was 2022 going into 2023.
Yeah, what's 2023?
2023 is...
Did they show it?
Yeah, they should show it.
Yeah, because National Signing Day was
one.
They was one, I knew it.
One didn't.
So he still did it with NIL.
No, Bama, Georgia, Texas, Ohio State, OU.
Yeah, but he ain't getting the stacking of talent. It's cool to get talent for a year, but we all know how Alabama, you know what I'm saying, stack talent. Just like Georgia did. They used to stack talent. But now talent, no, I can go get paid and play. Not just sit on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? And I care less who we talking about. This is for the pros and college. They not about to pay you to sit on the bench, man. It's not happening unless you like Archie Manning, you know what I'm saying, with a real historic background or some type shit. And he the only one got that luxury last year. Everybody else that was getting NIL money was playing.
Had to.
You understand me? So when you got kids coming in and you telling them, oh man, you got to sit down for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. You got to sit down for 2 years. Oh, you can't get paid neither because NILs want you on the field and when you do, you just ain't got room for you. I'm not doing that. Not me when I'm a 4-5-star recruit. I'm about to go somewhere where I can play and get this money. I got to feed my family. So that's what ran him up out of that.
How many 5-star recruits do you think are really getting that much money?
I would care less if you getting goddamn 100 racks. It's way more than what you was getting coming out of high school.
How many of them do you think are getting 100 racks?
A lot of them. A lot of them.
Just real quick,
For the year.
Boosters play a part in paying in the NIL, right? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's a lot of
It's a lot of
it's a lot of
So if you got if you got like 8 5-star recruits, you tell me you can't hash out $1.5 million, $2 million between that? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but you got to realize 4-star recruits want to get paid also.
Yeah. I don't know for sure. I'm just thinking like of course, like the number one person, they probably off the rip gonna get 1.5, something like that. Mm-hmm. So between the others, though, I definitely see.
Man, they were just talking about they was gonna give what's his name, Marvin Harrison Jr. $20 million to
They
stay
ain't
at.
giving that man no $20 million. That was a lie.
He declared for the draft.
That was
but this
a
was
lie.
they was talking about
Somebody
in
made up a
ESPN,
number.
man.
Somebody
it came
made
on
up a
ESPN.
number, dog. He
20
wasn't
million is
getting
big,
$20
dog. 20 million is weird.
20 million.
He ain't getting 20.
I'm just saying what they said.
Now, if he's a quarterback, then that number make a little more
You know
sense. I
what I'm
think he
saying?
getting 20 million.
Shador was probably the highest.
Nah, he was the second highest.
Actually,
Archie Manning made more than him.
I ain't never seen Archie Manning on the NIL list ever.
He's on the
I
NIL list.
I thought it was Angel Reese, Archie Manning, and Caitlin, the girl from Iowa.
Braun signed on that too.
Oh yeah,
Bron's son.
On
On the
Bronny
NIL
getting
list.
like 7 mil or something.
But he signed with Nike.
Yeah.
And that's
So right now,
crazy.
Bronny is 6.1.
Yeah.
Shador, this is evaluations. Shador 4.1. Livy Doon 3.2. She's in gymnastics. Archie Manning 4, 2.9.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams 5 with 2.6. Travis Hunter 1.8 and 6.
Okay. To that bag.
That's
I love the
that's
head.
what two
I'm
two
looking at it
football
right now.
players
Okay.
only making $1 million.
Nah, it's 3, huh?
Shador.
Oh, Archie Manning 3.
Yeah, that's 3.
Yeah.
Archie Manning at 2.9.
On the top 5 list.
Arch, Caleb top 5. But then Travis Hunter 6.
Travis Hunter 6.
Oh, that's 4.
Evan Stewart
Evan
7. And then you got Angel Reese, Drake Mays, that's another football.
9. What's his name?
Bo
Bo
Nix.
Nix at 10.
We was looking at top
Marvin
5.
Harrison
Now,
at
so
11.
6. But I'm saying
Hey,
6 out
all
of
I'm
10.
saying is where the money
That's-
is.
that's cool.
ten.
I'm just saying where the
6 out of
money
10.
at, dog.
Yeah, but cool. But how long they been playing college football?
Huh?
Shador said, how long you been playing college? This not 5 stars coming right out of high school.
3 years.
These are people that been playing, right?
Look, you got some more. You got you
Get
man.
time on the. They've been in the league. They've been playing
got
college
some
football,
more.
right? They've been playing. What I'm
Hey,
saying,
I
they're
don't
not coming right out of high school.
I don't care. If I'm a 5-star recruit, I care less who you got playing.
Okay, you could get away
I
with
didn't
one.
I didn't put in my work.
It's gonna be
that bread.
It's gonna be ones. There's gonna be ones that you're not gonna get. That's a fact. But he's still getting the top 1 through 3 recruiting class year after year. And NIL deal been around for 3 years, right?
That's about to change.
So you don't agree with that notion that he ducked the grind
I don't agree with that. I think he just got tired.
of having to go through the
Yeah, I
full
mean it's
rigmarole.
just it's evolving too much for a 72-year-old man to have to keep on. Now I got to sell more money to. I'm selling. You don't want to play football. You want to play for the money, right?
Right.
Instead of the teaching of it, the learning of it, having to teach these kids. Now these kids are going for the bag, and if they don't like what's going on,
I'm in the portal, man.
yeah,
I'm outta here.
You know what I'm saying? And that's
I know he don't like that in the first. I know.
That's 72, and he still got the
He didn't
number,
like.
He hate that portal.
He didn't like the portal,
and he still
before
got the
NIL
number 2
stuff.
recruiting class.
But it's because of his name, who he is.
You know, so I mean, I think at 72 years old, you've been in this game for 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
I mean, god damn.
But with the NIL and the transfer portal, the way they opened it up, kids not about to wait on that bench no more.
That's
That's
true,
just
too.
what it is.
That's true, too.
That's a fact. That's what every college though. It's just not Alabama. That's what every college.
Yeah, but
is.
we
That's
all
just
know
Alabama
Michigan's
got way more niggas on the
recruits
bench.
with-
Right.
That's-
Alabama would have the
capable of
depth.
starting.
Washington. That's all schools.
Hurts go down, you throw in Tua.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And then Tua lead you to the ship.
You go Matt Jones.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
You got 3 NFL
what I'm saying?
quarterbacks in
That's some
there.
wild depth.
You
man.
got
They
Derrick
not sitting on the
Henry.
bench, dog.
Derrick
You had
Henry, all
Derrick,
them
Mark Henry. Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram.
Alvin Kamara.
Alvin Kamara. All in the same.
Yeah, that's
niggas,
crazy.
niggas like this in there, man. I hope a nigga get hurt, man.
The wide
Hey,
receivers.
sorry to say that,
You
but
got
that
the wide
nigga.
receivers.
Niggas had
Waddle.
Niggas had Julio Jones.
I hope Julio get hurt, dog.
But y'all saying that was because of money, or it was because of Nick Saban?
It was at that time.
that
It
was
was
Nick
because
Saban.
of winning. The platform was winning.
I tell y'all what.
So
I think it was both.
it could have
It's
been
just the
both.
difference
too.
now. NIL is just
It could've
on the
been-
table. Back then, niggas get paid at the
There's
table.
boosters, yeah. There was
Of course,
boosters.
you
That's
know it.
That's a fact. There's
know it.
boosters. Yeah. But don't say his coaching didn't play a part in them wanting to go there.
Of course.
Shine him. He made Alabama what it was.
Right.
Yeah, his coaching definitely got him there.
Because the first season, I think he was like, first season he went 8-8, something. Not 8, not one lie, not 8-8. But I'm saying he was at like a 500 season. I think I want to say he won a chip like his third year.
Yeah, because they lost to LSU the second year, and then and that's when they went on that run of dominance.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I think it's both. I think both of y'all got a point. One of it being, I don't got nothing left to prove in this shit. For one, right? I'm the greatest college coach. I got 6 chips, 1 at LSU, 5 at Bama, and I got the #1 recruiting class damn near every year. Let's just put shit on the table. I don't have nothing left to prove, but I am 72. And it is about to get harder because of everything that we've been talking about for the next 5 minutes. I don't know if I got the energy to adapt to this new situation. I already don't like it. I don't like the one and dones. I hate the portal. I hate all of that. But this is what I got to deal with now going forward for me to maintain my dominance. And I don't know if I got the energy to continue to do it. That's what I think it is. But in terms of if let's say he was 10 years younger, I don't think that he would have walked because of that. I think he would have figured it out.
I mean, it's a lot. As a coach, that's a daily grind. That's almost, if not more than the players. Because you steady watching film.
That's 24/7 job.
That's 365.
You know what I'm saying? So
job.
I get at 72 years old, that's a lot, bro. You constantly away from your family.
You got to know when to go out when you're on top, dog.
Yeah, so I think it's because of that.
The thing I feel like in this shit, like with the NIL shit, I feel like if they gonna sign you to some bread, you should be obligated to stay at least 2 years. You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't be allowed.
That may come to play.
Hit the portal.
They may have to do that, though.
It may come to play soon.
I feel like if you're going to, it should be like a set number. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because we all know only the high recruits going to get that 500 plus.
Right.
500,000 plus. So if you sign for 500,000 plus, you should have to wait 2 years to lead this program.
But then again, at the same time, I'm thinking if I was an NIL player, depending on what it is, if you paying me for my likeness, it don't matter where I go.
True.
I'm getting paid from here, not the school. So now, if you're getting bread from the school and the boosters, that's one thing. From the school. But if you getting some Frankie's Fried Chicken or Shabana Motors, you know what I'm saying, a car dealership paying you,
that ain't got nothing to do.
I can go where I want.
You getting paid for the stage that you play on. Let's just keep it a bean.
Well, shit, what if he went from goddamn Washington to fucking Alabama? He get to a bigger stage.
That's true. You understand? It is.
But Washington got you through the door. Yeah. So what he's saying is that nigga owe you some kind of loyalty.
You could go to, like a lot of these kids go to these FCS schools and transfer to a bigger school.
Yep.
But
after 3 years.
No, I'm talking on that. I'm talking about on that D1 level.
Cam Ward that just went to the NFL. He was gonna get that bag as a quarterback, but he decided to go to the NFL. And he came from FCS school.
But I'm saying,
how much they gonna give him in NIL?
I think he was bought off like $2-3 million.
But look, I'm saying,
but that's an anomaly though.
Look, not even that.
That's all the
He's not. He wasn't on the D1 level.
Oregon.
He was at Auburn at first though.
He was on. I wouldn't have let him transfer.
And he went to Oregon.
He should have had to wait 2 years.
That's two big stages.
That's two big stages.
Auburn's not bigger than Oregon.
But it's still on the D1 stage to where you can go play for the title.
Right.
At JUCO, you can't play for the national championship. You can't. So it's different rules. It's like you stepping up from the minor leagues to the major leagues. It's different set of rules. Yeah, you can leave in a year or whatever. But if you're gonna be on the major league and somebody wants your ass, if you want to go from Auburn to Alabama. Alabama should pay you. Should pay you out the contract and then get your ass over there. If they want you bad enough.
If the school is paying me, not no other business, if the school is the one that's paying, which I don't think they can do that. If the school is paying you, then maybe they can make a contract to where you stay.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
I agree with that.
But if it's a business, another entity.
Exactly. You can't tell me shit. This is
outside. They can say, hey, I want you to come to this school. That's what really NIL really is.
Yeah, I want you to come to this school.
Hey, I'm gonna give you this money to come play with this.
Come on. But I think also again, if they contributed to your likeness being what it is, they need to be compensated in some type of way.
That's real shit.
That's what I'm saying. Because it's certain motherfuckers who didn't have no money or something before they came to Alabama or before they came to Washington, before they came, and now you done got here playing on this big ass stage, and you balling. I'm not taking nothing away from that. You got a ball to get the money.
Yeah.
But this stage definitely helped you ball.
So do you think he would have got there without that money? If he was a 5-star, you don't think he would have got there without your money?
It's a bunch of 5-star recruits don't make it to the league.
If he's the top 5-star, number
top
one
5
recruit,
star getting that money.
he could have went to any school.
Yeah.
He could have went to any big time school.
Okay, there we go.
If he's a top 5-star recruit, every school wants him.
Yeah,
so
your
NIL money has nothing to do with my performance and my skills. That's
let's
why
talk
you
about
yes and no, but it can determine where I go.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Cam Newton. Cam Newton was dominating in JUCO. They won a chip, all that, right? But he wasn't
Florida.
Cam Newton until he got to that big ass stage.
That's
Let's
what
put it on the table.
No, time out. Cam Newton was Cam Newton.
He was.
He just was transferring. Everybody wanted him, and he went to Auburn. He was
No,
that good.
I think his grades and stuff
He was
was
at
right.
Florida and got kicked out and booted down to JUCO.
Yeah, he went to fucking Blend.
Yeah,
but
right.
he was still Cam Newton.
No, he was not the same Cam Newton that won a chip at Auburn. He wasn't.
Years experience. Come on now.
No,
Years of experience.
You can't break it down like that, though.
That's
But he
like-
did
that's like
play when he
Penix.
was at Florida.
That's like Penix.
But
Penix
he
wasn't
wasn't
good where
no-
he was at.
He wasn't no goddamn factor in Florida. What are we talking about?
He was not no
Stop it.
over
Come
Tim
on, man.
Tebow.
Stop.
I mean, it was Tim.
Stop.
He was there when
Stop.
Tim Tebow was there.
Tim was Jesus back
Arguably one of the greatest kind of quarterbacks ever.
Revisionist history.
Come on,
He
man.
was not like
Come
that.
on, man.
What I'm saying is Cam Newton was that good. That's why Auburn wanted him.
I'm not taking that away from that.
And his skill set brought Auburn to where they were.
But the stage made him a number 1 overall
If
pick.
he'd
That's a fact.
his performance made him a number one.
No.
Auburn
would've stayed at
cannot
Blinn.
make you a number 1 pick.
If he'd have stayed at Blinn
Yes.
balling like he was, he would not have been a number
You know
1
why
pick.
Auburn made him number 1 pick? Because
If
of
he-
who they played.
If he would have lost, would he been number 1 pick?
Yes.
Yes.
That
If
year,
he lost
If
one
he went to
game-
Auburn and lost 5 games, you think he
Oh,
would
no,
have been
no,
number 1
no,
pick?
no, no, no,
We ain't talking about 5 games. We ain't talking about 5
How
games.
did they get to the championship? Why?
Because they beat everybody.
Because of who?
Because they had talent on the team.
Exactly him.
No,
But it was
they
the-
had
Name
talent.
somebody else on Auburn that was good.
Oh,
I don't know.
that.
The roster
I'm
like
not
that.
Auburn
Exactly.
fan. I'm
You want
not
to go back
an
and see
Auburn
how many
fan.
was drafted?
Exactly.
Though? How many they linemen and D linemen and defense was drafted? You want to go back
I'm
and
not an
see?
Auburn
Auburn?
fan, so I wouldn't
Yes.
know.
I don't know who.
Hey, I
That's
wouldn't
what
know
I'm
too
saying.
many
Who?
from Alabama.
I can go look.
Alabama, they had Jerry Jeudy. They got goddamn Devontae Adams.
I wouldn't
They
know
had
all
goddamn-
that offhand. I didn't even know Devontae Adams was there. I wouldn't know that.
Man, come on, man. Cam Newton made Auburn. It was him that got Auburn
Oh
to
my
that
God!
stage.
But no.
Nah,
The
come on,
schedule
come on, man.
made Cam Newton who he became.
Fam.
Come
They
on,
made
dog.
each other, and that's my point. If he would have stayed at Blinn, balling like he was balling, he would not have been a number 1 overall goddamn pick. I don't care how good he was. The stage helped him. We can't
shit.
take that away from him.
That's just like if he'd have went to Mizzou and then went to the chip.
He
and
wouldn't have
won.
went to no goddamn. He wouldn't have went
win
no
them
fucking
one
Mizzou. Man. Come on, man.
because they don't have a hard schedule. Auburn has a
If
hard
he would have went to
schedule.
Mizzou and went undefeated, he still wouldn't have been picked number 1?
No,
Oh, come on.
No,
no.
he wouldn't.
Dog. Come on, dog.
Conference, man. Yeah,
Dog, Drake May is about to be the number
He
1
ain't gonna
pick.
be number 1.
Who's going to be number 1?
Caleb Williams,
Caleb Williams gonna be number 1.
and then Marvin Harrison, and then possibly Drake May.
That's real.
Cam Newton had 30 TDs to 7 interceptions.
But what year he was there?
30 TDs.
This is 2010. Only
Hey,
one
is he in
year.
college?
Only 1 year. 185 completions, 280 attempts.
How many touchdowns?
285.
What's call had at Oregon?
2,800 yards. total.
Fuck is the one that got drafted with RG3. 8, number 8, scrambler. Play for the Titans. God damn, I'm losing my mind. Quarterback.
Talking about Vince? No, you ain't talking about.
Nobody.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
You ain't talking about Vince.
Nah, not Vince.
Man, y'all lost your
It was
mind,
RG3
dog.
and it was the
Tannehill?
quarterback from Oregon. No, not Tannehill.
You said from.
He played for the Titans. Number 8. He got benched. He used to scramble, but he used to get hurt all the time. Ran, I think, 4.5 40 all that. Quarterback for Oregon.
Well, I can't think of what you talking about right now.
Yeah, but him and RG3 was up for the Heisman together. And RG3, but that's neither of that, man. Either way, they gonna get mad as hell. The 20 minutes.
God
of
damn.
fucking college football. All right.
All right, so look, before we
This
move
is why
on,
we need the sports segment.
before we move on, this was if he'd have went to Mizzou that same year, this was their schedule. They played Illinois, they played Magnesia, San
Hell no.
Diego, Miami, Ohio, Colorado, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Texas A&M, Washington, Iowa State, and Kansas. And that nigga wouldn't have not went to. Even if he went undefeated, he wouldn't have went number one.
I think Kansas was pretty good back
I
then.
care less if they was pretty good.
If
It
he-
wasn't the
Mizzou-
schedule
Mizzou-
Auburn had.
Is Mizzou in the SEC?
No, hell no.
Not then they wasn't.
Nah,
Not
not
then
then.
they were?
Hell no.
They would have went to championship game.
Come on, man.
They're not with no championship
This
game.
nigga,
SEC
bro.
team.
I ain't
Come
trying
on.
to hit this nigga, man.
Trying to tell you.
All right, man. We're gonna keep this.
Obviously, you only had to go to championship game to be number one because Caleb Williams is gonna be picked number one. So now,
B, by the way, it was him and Andrew Luck. That was 1 and 2.
Oh, is that
Andrew Luck? Yep.
Damn, who was the quarterback from Oregon?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Now I gotta go find
Mariota?
Yeah, Mariota. How many touchdowns he had at Oregon?
Yeah.
Oh, he had a lot.
Exactly. Nigga, it didn't matter.
He was cooking at
what
Oregon.
he did in the league.
That nigga putting up 50 a game.
Exactly. But that's neither here nor there. Also, just real quick before we go, do y'all feel like they should give Reggie Bush his Heisman back?
You goddamn right they should give him his money, his Heisman, everything. The boosters should pay him more for what he did for the city.
I agree.
He broke the rules. Should have waited till the rules changed.
That's fucked up.
And it was 10 years too late.
They did my
15
nigga
years.
too early. They did my nigga dirty, man. All right, we're going to keep it moving, man. I know they're going to kick our ass. It was a viral clip, man. It's this woman explaining the true essence of being a wife, right? She provided an example that she went through. And it was powerful. I think it was at 600,000 likes in 2 days. I'm going to play and get y'all response to what she had to say.
My husband was coming home for dinner. Dinner time is very important to us. One particular day, my husband was late, and I could feel myself getting a little bit like, you're late. And Holy Spirit said, when he comes in this house, you make a choice of how you're going to greet this man. Holy Spirit says, because you have no idea the things he's had to fight today. So even though you don't know why he's late, when he walks in this house, you greet him like the king he is. Then I hear the door turn, the key coming, and Holy Spirit said, it's almost time. When he comes in this house, you decide if you are going to be the type of woman who brings life or you bring a knife. So he walked in, and I greeted him, I hugged him, I let him know I was so happy to see him. And he just melted in my arms. He said, let me tell you what happened today, what I've had to deal with. And it broke me down because there's a scripture, Proverbs 31:11. It says, the heart of her husband safely trusts her. When you endeavor to be a woman who follows the Holy Spirit will teach you how to love, how to be safe, how to be nurturing, and how to be the type of woman where a man comes home and he knows I fought out there, but I never have to fight in here.
Anthony, what did you get to say?
She said the Holy Spirit. So Smooth, I'm coming to you first.
No,
I'm surprised y'all probably
come to me.
supposed to be following the Lord.
All right, man. We go. Let me.
I was trying not to pay attention to
The
that.
doors of the church are now.
Smooth. The Holy Spirit, the effect that it has on a woman's patience. She said she was waiting on her husband. She was getting ready to get dead on his ass because he was late. We've all been there.
I want to hear his side of the story.
Right?
I ain't trying to talk.
We've all been there. Right? Her husband supposed to be meeting her. They supposed to be, eating dinner, things of that nature. You're a little late. Now, when he was getting ready to come home, she getting angry, more agitated. She said she heard the garage go up. She's getting ready to get into her bag. But right then, God came down and spoke to her and said, hey, you could either choose to be a wife or you can choose to be a knife.
I was thinking about this all day.
That's what she said. That's what she said, some words.
You could choose to be a wife.
That's what she said.
Or choose to be a knife.
That's just real. But in that moment, she said, you know what? I'm not going to trip on him. I'm not going to cuss him out. I'm not going to, try to go through his phone, try to see where he been, why he late. I'm going to just shower him with love when he walks in instead of doing all of the shit that my natural instinct tells me to do. And because of that, say her husband walk in and just collapse into her arms. It's like, thank you, baby, for understanding. You won't believe what I went through. I went through this, da. But she would have never had access to that if she'd have just flew off of the handle. What do y'all take from that?
And that be most of the time. That's what women do.
Possibly.
On the first offense,
My man running late, they had a wreck.
Damn.
Possibly.
My man had to take back streets, man. You understand me? Yeah, my shit said, I told you I was going to be there at 6, but I'm here at 6:30, man. Hey,
She going off. Well, who was that in the car? Hey, man, I just had to go around.
Wait.
You know how women do. You know how women do.
Wait, who was that in the car?
You 30 minutes late. Hey, you 30 minutes late.
Somebody was in the car with you and you late for work?
Hey, you 30 minutes late. They think somebody in the car with you. God damn.
Oh, okay. She's assuming somebody was in the car. I thought you started saying like she heard somebody's voice in the car. She was like, no, I had to take you with.
You 30 minutes late. Hey, you can do some things in 30 minutes.
That's crazy, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
We thought you was telling a personal story.
Never. My name ain't Smooth for nothing.
You never told us that before.
Who was that in the car?
Who was that in the car?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, women's first instinct in that situation, most who aren't healed, and let's just be honest, most of them are not healed. Mm-hmm. No, don't care what type of therapy they're going to, books they read, all that. A lot of them do those things to give them a kind of more leverage to be able to talk down to you or talk in a condescending manner to you because they feel like, hey, I'm healed or I'm going through this healing journey and you not. Let's just be honest. Most men is not getting therapy. Most men is not reading books on relationships. Most men is not trying to evolve in that way. Now, we do want to please our woman, sure. But a lot of women use that growth or that elevation or that healing as a way to talk down to their man. And she was getting ready to do just that before he walked through that door, but she caught herself. What type of effect does that have when you come through that door? Because let's just be honest, that dude, you know, he probably know he late. He probably knows, man, she about to be tripping when I get in here, man. But then you walk in and it's the opposite. What does that do to your psyche, Kenny?
I want to know why she ain't text me when I ain't show up at the door late. Why you wait till I get home and want to jump on my shoulders? Normally, if you know I'm supposed to be home at this time, hey, babe, where you at?
Because you supposed to text her.
Instead, you holding on. Or maybe that's the case.
That's what she expected. True. I'm just saying.
He right, though.
She expecting you to text her. Let her
babe,
know.
I'll be a little late from work.
Yes.
Why can't it be opening on both sides?
Hey, listen, I don't know. We just have to make sure that we do what we need to do to cover ourselves at all costs.
I'm busy at work.
CYA.
I'm busy at work. I'm busy at work. Hey, babe, see you home. You all right?
I'm not a child.
It don't matter. She can have your location. And you know, hey, I'm out with the guys, and you move around a couple spots. She know where you at. You ain't got to tell her, but you have to tell her. You do.
I'm not a child, man. I'm out.
Anyways, back to the question, I guess. Yeah.
What does that do when you walk in and she doesn't fly off the handle for you being late? She actually just, you know, cast the complete opposite
Doing
energy.
what she's supposed to do as my woman.
Doing what you expect.
Not fly off the handles because I'm late from work. I'll be damned.
You know
That's what you're supposed to do. You ain't supposed to, when I come home from work, ready to fly out the goddamn handles and jump into my shit because I'm late from work. And we normally eat dinner together, but I'm late. Instead of taking the chance to say, oh, maybe you got in an accident. Hey, what's going on? You all right? You wait till I get home and think that you're supposed to jump off the handles and jump in my shit. Yeah, nah. When I come home, I expect that you're going to greet me with open arms and be happy to see me. It's not the opposite way. If it happens the opposite way, then we ain't even gonna make it anyways for shit. Might as well go ahead and go take the accountant home. And be another hour late next time.
Take the accountant home. All right, let me rephrase it because I feel like we're getting stuck on the work aspect. Let's say we out with the boys.
Well.
Eating brunch.
Hey.
At the hookah spot. But you know.
Talking about life.
Wait!
You telling my business.
Slow down.
Slow down. You telling my business. But let's say we out enjoying brunch. You know what I'm saying? It's kicking it with the boys, maybe watching some games or something. But y'all supposed to be going somewhere for like 7 or so. You know, put the game in. You know, we just chopping it up. Boom, boom. You look up. Damn. Wait a minute. It's 6:20. I got to get back to the crib. Pick her up. You get back to the crib. You know, you running late. And you expect her to be tripping, right? But you get there and she not tripping. What does that say?
She understand.
It says I called ahead of time and let you know that I'm sorry, babe.
I'm on the way. Because you ain't just getting in the car saying, damn, I'm late. Nah, you get in the car, hey, babe, look, I'm running a little late. You know what I'm saying? Hurry up and get dressed. Because you know most women be, y'all still be late anyway. You should have.
Facts.
Hey.
Facts.
Why you want to wait to get dressed before I get there? I was waiting for you. You know what time we was
As
leaving.
a man, you be running late and she's still late.
Bro.
Like, come on, bro.
And mad at you.
Come on.
She looking at you like you did something wrong.
How the hell?
Breathing hard and shit. What you breathing hard for? When I saw you, supposed to be ready to walk out the door.
Yeah, man.
This is getting a little personal around here.
It's very personal. It's very personal.
If I'd have been on time, I'd have been mad.
Right. But in that case, we ain't got no grounds to be mad in that case.
The problem is, you focus on being mad instead of getting your ass dressed.
So when you walk the door, you wait to see if she's dressing out yet.
That's my get out of jail free card.
You walking out, and she is dressed, you be like, damn, I gotta take this.
You did all that, you ain't even dressed.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Still got to do makeup.
Hey, baby, look, my fault. You understand me? I was having a good time with the guys, you know.
She just got the shower.
And if she understand that, bro, like she understand, like, hey, man, I understand. Hey, man, you're not gonna be perfect, man, but you here, and it's not super late. You 30 minutes late, 40 minutes late. I understand that's wrong.
That's a whole ass, man.
You know what I'm saying? But if she going off for you being 30 minutes late, bro, you know what I'm saying? And you call like, hey, you called before you even was late. Oh, that's other shit.
Bad, might be.
No.
Look at that boy, it's trash in the motherfucker. But if you call,
Call a random
trash. Just because his phone went off.
a random stray.
but if you call ahead saying you're gonna be late, you know what I'm saying? Like, I believe you should have some understanding. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you call and you already late and you just not calling, come on,
that's
bro.
wild.
You wild. You wild. But if you call ahead of time, hey, look, I'm running late out of this situation. You know what I'm saying? I'll be there at such and such time. I think it shouldn't be.
Y'all should be understanding off the rip, anyways, because y'all was probably late 50 times before we was late this one time in the first place. So why are you being so upset? When you want to go somewhere, you ready to go somewhere, but I got to wait 30 minutes to 2 hours every time.
Speaking of it, Otis, let it out.
30 minutes to 2 hours.
This is
30 minutes to 2 hours is wild.
This is 90% of women.
Hey,
This
real
is
talk.
90% of women. That's just, I don't know why they decide to get ready. You tell them 7:30, they don't want to start getting ready till 6:45, knowing it take them an hour and a half.
Nah, scratch that. They'll have their outfit out, put it on, and don't like it.
Yeah.
And then change that right there.
4 outfits.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Did what?
Okay.
I'll tell you about telling my business on this podcast.
But the mature answer though, but like if you do get that coming home, it definitely sets a different mood. Definitely communicate before though. I'm learning that too.
Yeah.
I've been through a similar situation. I'm like, you got the location, maybe you know where I'm at, but you still need to say, hey, the fellas moving around. You know, you may not know the next spot, but hey, fellas moving around. I'll be home at this time. That's all she wants. Like I said before, the women, they just want reassurance. You got to communicate. Sometimes you got to be the bigger person. Sometimes you may have to overextend yourself. They just want that reassurance. So as long as you communicate doing your part, if she takes it wrong or she didn't get it or whatever it is, that's on her. But as long as you did your part, like I said, CYA.
I mean, you just got to look at it. If the shoe was on the other foot, if she was working late, she wouldn't want me to jump in her shit when, hey, why are you coming home late? Damn, no. You come on and release your stress. Come on, let me hold you. I already got dinner ready. Your plate's made. It's in the microwave, whatever. We can warm it up. We're going to eat together.
That's it.
You done had a long day.
I'm glad you made it home.
I'm going to hit you up and make sure you safe, you okay, because you running late. You know, we know we're supposed to be here. But, I mean, communication is key, but you don't ever jump in nobody's shit from the jump.
Yeah, I mean, I think, a lot of women don't understand, like, the power y'all have in terms of the mood in y'all crib or how healthy the crib is. A lot of y'all just be a bit selfish. Let's just be honest here. In the example that they use, and talking about especially work, you got to understand this man out there working to provide for y'all. Provide for this lifestyle that y'all living, this dinner that's on this table, this big-ass house, this big-ass table that we about to sit down and eat at. That job contributes to that, right? So it needs to be automatic grace put into it. And that's even if it's not a regular job. If he, podcasting or he rapping or he doing whatever it is that he doing. If it's bringing in money and it's creating the lifestyle that y'all have, grace has to be applied there. But a lot of women want the benefits of somebody who works hard and provides, but they don't like the time that they got to sacrifice for that lifestyle that they love so much. Right. So in that type of situation where you walk in and she not tripping at all, it's just like, damn, okay, she get it. Mm-hmm. Like we on the same page, she know that sometimes shit happens like that, bro. Like we don't want to be late. We don't want to disappoint you. That's the last thing in the world that a man who loves you wants to do is disappoint you.
Exactly.
Right? But at the end of the day, sometimes things come up. And sometimes shit just got to be handled right there. And that doesn't mean that we look at you any less. That doesn't mean that we don't respect you or anything like that. It's just that this got to be taken care of before we get to the pleasures or the fun or whatever the case may be. So walking into a woman who understands that, man, it's a big ass weight off our shoulders, and that's gonna make the man want to come home more. Man, you know how many dudes I know, older dudes of all races, white, black, Spanish, whatever, who stay at work long on purpose just because they don't want to come home and deal with that war zone that is the household.
Exactly.
And it's because of what her natural instincts, the lady in that video, her natural instincts was making her get ready to do. I'd been busting my ass already. I was ready to leave on time. Boss told me, hey, just before you leave real quick, and we get 2 more reports out of you, we got to get these done before tomorrow. Damn, okay, that's going to set me back 45 minutes. I'm already frustrated for that, right? And then I come home, I'm running late. I done called you, hey, baby, got to get these 2 reports, boom, boom. I get home, and then you tripping too. So now I leave one stressful situation and come to another, right? What do you think that's going to do to your man after so much of that?
Why is that a natural instinct?
Great question.
That's like a red flag right there. You just jump straight to thinking I'm doing you wrong.
Insecurity.
Cheating on you.
Insecurity.
It ain't even, I don't even think it's necessarily insecurity. It's just inconvenience. If it doesn't go their exact way on how they see it planned, it throws them for a loop.
No, but you're right. But that stems from a base of insecurity. A lot of them have abandonment issues. Yeah. Let's just take it all the way back down to childhood, and the father might have wasn't there. Father promised I was gonna pick you up on Saturday, and then he didn't come Saturday, so that made her feel away. So when you transfer that up to modern times, when you give her a time or you give her something that you say you're gonna do and you fall short, that triggers that, right? Because she's insecure, and that's how it came up, right? That's what a lot of that stems from. A person who's healed, a person who's of sound mind and all of that good stuff, they understand that sometimes things happen. So I'm not going to fly off of the handle. Now, if you do it constantly, that's a different conversation, right? But every now and again, it's like, okay, man, don't worry about that. It's all good. But just like Kenny said, the food is in the microwave. We press 30-second button and we eating like ain't nothing happened.
Yeah. But you take it more recent than that, though. Take it to relationships before you. The inconsistency she was having with dude. You know what I'm saying? That brings out that insecurity. No matter, people be talking about they be healed, but in my opinion, you're not truly healed until you in the game playing again. You understand me? Because you can go to all these goddamn meetings with your therapist and all that and do all this kumbaya and shit, but when you dealing with somebody, that's when you know if you ready. That's when you know if you really putting that shit together. You can do it by yourself and live by yourself and do all that shit and be in your energy. But the moment somebody else come in your cipher and you got to blend y'all energies together, then we see if you healed or not. People be talking about they be healed. I don't be seeing it. Because if you healed, you would find what you're searching for.
Yep, and if you healed at the first sign of adversity, you wouldn't go back to what your old instinct was. And that's the thing. Healing, again, it's not a destination, it's a journey. It doesn't mean you're not going to be triggered, right? But it's how you respond to the triggering. Exactly. That lets people know, okay, whether you healed or not. You can say all of that when you ain't got to deal with that adversity, when you away from the relationship and you by yourself, like bro just said. It's easy to say, oh, I'm healed, I'm different, I'm a changed person, The same person who say that, get into that relationship and they man come home late and they bite his fucking head off. For what he just said. My last man used to stay out late, he used to cheat on me. He smashed the secretary at the office and that caused trauma. So when you say you running late, that's what flashed through my head. You not healed yet. You ain't ready to be dating, baby. Because I'm not that man. Regardless of what he did. And I'm not, belittling how you feel about it or nothing like that. But I'm saying get at least close to being healed or well on your journey to being healed before you walk into a relationship. And most women don't do that. They don't. They expect the new man to fix what the old man fucked up. And if you don't fix it, then you're not that great of a man or you're not that great of a leader. And that's not fair.
Or you're not understanding enough.
Right.
When you didn't push that man to his limits.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, as far as that, man, again, setting that tone for the household, creating that place of peace and comfort, man, that's gonna make that man want to come home, man. But I promise you, if you don't do that, that man gonna find every excuse in the world not to come home. I'm telling you, I done talk to older niggas, 50, 60 years old. These dudes got a lot of money, like directors and departments and all kind of stuff at the job. And they be like, man, bro, if there's any overtime available, give me that. Sign me up for that. I'm taking it all. Anything so I don't got to go back to that house at 5 o'clock because I don't want to hear her fucking mouth. Mm-hmm. That is very common. And like I said, all races. It's not just us. Matter of fact, it's most of the other races before saying that. But it's a lot. It happens a lot. And those women have no idea. Why are you working all the time? Why are you working so late? Because you're not creating an environment that man wants to come home to.
At all.
Mm-hmm. It's just honest. But all right, man, we're going to keep it moving on to the next one. Damn, we hold women accountable today. It was another woman that had a video. She was talking about how he's not going to nag to fix your negative behaviors. Play the clip, man. See what y'all think about it.
Yeah, so here's the thing, sis. That man is not a nagger. He is not going to beg you. He is not going to nag you to give him the things that he's trying to tell you he needs out of the relationship so that he can be happy too. He spends so much of his time worrying about if you're happy, if your needs are met, if you are content with where the relationship is headed, but he's walking on eggshells or walking around suppressing his feelings, his thoughts, his wants and his needs because he has to worry about if he brings it up to you, now is it going to be an argument or disagreement, or are you going to try to tell him he doesn't feel the way that he feels, like you can tell him the way he feels better than he can tell for himself. You know what I mean? So all I'm saying is he's not going to beg you to listen to him from a place of understanding as opposed to listening from a place of waiting for him to say something for you to jump in and immediately cut him off. He's not going to keep begging you to listen to what he's saying so that you can be a better partner for him. What he's going to do is he's going to take those mental observations and he may very well give you more chances than you deserve to get it right. I always say sometimes 3 strikes or 2 strikes too many, but because he really wants to be with you, because you are where his heart is at, because you are who he wants to build his life with and around, he's going to continue giving you chances to get it right. But one day, sis, he's going to get so tired of you belittling him. He's going to get so tired of you cutting him off. He's going to get so tired of you telling him he doesn't have a right to feel the way he feels. He's going to get so tired of you
He's going to leave. Since she was about to get to. But, fellas, what's your thoughts on that, man? A man ain't going to sit here and nag you. Ain't going to sit here and tell you 100 times what we need from you. We're just going to take mental note and then action is going to follow soon after. Kenny, what's your thoughts on that notion, man?
Yeah, she's pretty spot on. We obviously don't even express our feelings well anyway, first of all. And then you ain't giving us a safe space to even express our emotions or communicate to you. We definitely gonna find somewhere else to get it off, or find another suppressant or drug to use to get that off, and it ain't gonna be you. If you know what I mean.
That's real shit.
It's real shit.
So, yeah,
It's real.
Man, what's the again, like it's a situation where she was talking about the safe space where men don't feel the. And I feel like that's most men, and that's fucked up to say. But I feel like that's most men don't feel like we can just come to our woman and express things to her that need to be fixed within a relationship. Smooth, do you share that notion, man? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, because it's an attack on her. That's how she feel. That's how she take it. You know what I'm saying? Which I think she should be taking it from a place of love, especially if you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody. They just not gonna be perfect all day. That's just not gonna happen. And you not gonna be perfect all day. So if your partner coming to you with things to fix, it shouldn't be combative shit that you going through. Well, you doing this, you doing that. Men won't do that. When you come to us and tell us, hey, babe, I don't like that you doing this, we listening to you. Most of the times we listening to you. Now, if it's just unreasonable, yeah, we're gonna be like, what the hell is you talking about?
Right.
If I don't do this, then this happens. And then we get some understanding. But outside of that, you know what I'm saying, the shit not being reasonable, most men listen to their women when she's having a problem that we can fix. But on the other hand, shit. Well, you bring up something to your woman that she can fix, boys. Well, nigga, you don't take the trash out on time. And it's a lot of shit that come with that. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, a lot of women, you know what I'm saying, like from the perspective she's talking about, a lot of women hit below the belt. You
You get what I'm saying? And that's the shit you can't recover from. You know what I'm saying? Men recover from the petty arguments. They brush that off. All men, we brush the petty arguments off. But that real shit, when shit start coming about and it's really real, and you start hitting below the belt, or you show your lack of faith, men never forget that. No matter what you do, your man will never forget that. And the moment he gets in position to leave, he will. Real shit. Even if it take him 2 years, even if that take him 5 years. Hell, your kid could be 16. And he like, shit, well, I'm gonna leave in goddamn 3 years when the kid is out the house. The moment he gets the opportunity and he's free and clear and it doesn't affect a lot of shit, he is gone. So in that moment, you has lost your man. So you might as well break up with him right then and there, because he's never gonna forget you went below the belt. You did something crazy you weren't supposed to do that you can't recover from. You said something, you know what I'm saying, that hurt him to the core, because we all know our woman can hurt us to the core with her words. That's just how it works. You know what I'm saying? So them two things, get your ass dismissed real quick. So
you need to also, ladies, be really careful about the things that you tend to project on your man, because a lot of times in a relationship too, when you're having those arguments, you'll say things to men, like the men that we talking about, the men that's there every day, that's really caring about what you're doing, the man that's supporting of what you're doing, the man that's listening, the man that's not just being out in the, like, he really respecting you and really not giving you a real reason to question what he does. But then if you question him, or you tell him like he doesn't care, or he doesn't do these things for you, which he does, like eventually he gonna start doing that. Because you keep saying, you don't do this or you don't do that. Like, just because a lot of women have their own perception and own vision of how they see things going, it's not always gonna go that way. Like, you have to understand that it's you and it's him. Y'all are two separate people. Y'all gonna go things about it differently. As long as y'all communicate, that's all that matters at the end of the day. You have a certain goal and that's what you're trying to reach. But it'll, again, like I said before, just the small things that just breaks them off either a habit or just something that they're just used to. If you do it a different way or anything like that, it throws them for a loop, and it's like they just short circuit.
Yeah, I think it's a difference in the mindset that a man comes to a relationship with in comparison to a woman. I think men come into a relationship more open-minded in terms of, okay, how can I adjust to make this thing work in the best way that it can? So as a lot of women come into a relationship feeling like, okay, I know how this is supposed to work and my way is right. So I need you to do essentially what I tell you to do in order for this relationship to work. A lot of women don't come into a relationship with that type of humility to where, you know what, mold me. What do I need to fix? What do I need to work on? A lot of women come in feeling like they know everything, right? And I think that contributes to why you can't tell them nothing in a relationship, because when you tell her what she's doing wrong, it catches us off guard because she feel like, well, you know, this is my domain. I know how this is supposed to work. To where as a man, you tell us, hey, baby, we need you to be a little more romantic. Or, hey, baby, I like flowers. You know, I can you buy me some flowers here, there? Or, you know what, baby, I like this restaurant. Da, da, da. We take a mental note. It's like, okay, cool. Okay, you like that? Boom, boom, boom. Because we don't want to fail at it. We want to come in and we want to, you know, make this thing be as big and as great as it possibly can. So we open to critique. We open to tips and hints and whatever that you're going to give us, we're going to take it. So whereas when we try to do that same thing with a woman, they take offense to that. And that's the part of it that I cannot wrap my head around, man. You are not fucking perfect. You are not. I don't care what your mama told you growing up. I don't care what your daddy told you growing up. I don't care about them 3 niggas before me that violated you before. You are not fucking perfect. You're not. There's things that you can fix. Your communication is not the best. Because many women think that they are great at communicating and you are not. You're great at expressing yourself. Those are 2 different things.
2 different things.
Right? You can run down what you feeling. You can run down your explanation on the situation or whatever the case may be. But when it comes to listening, when it comes to taking in critique and taking in information that you need to implement in order to make this relationship work, you are not that fucking good at it. You're not. Right? So coming into the relationship, understanding that you're not perfect, the relationship going to go a lot better. But you coming in feeling like, okay, I know everything and there's nothing that this man can tell me. You're going to push that man away. And just like she said, it's only gonna be so long before that man say, you know what? Tanya, man, I don't gotta deal with this.
Real talk.
When I'm talking to Tanya. Tanya is open-minded. She listened to me. I feel heard. I feel I can get whatever off my chest. She ain't taking it personal, whatever the case may be. And you are pushing your man to the streets. Mm-hmm. And a lot of women are pushing their man to the streets without even realizing it. And then when he goes to the streets, oh, he's a horrible person. He finessed me, he manipulated me. No, your ass did not create a space for that man to feel heard. So he's going to go feel, just like Kenny said, he's going to go feel heard regardless. Mm-hmm. Preferably it be with you. But if you continue to just slam doors in his face, and when he try to express things, you interrupted him every other fucking sentence, and that burns me up. Lord have mercy. When I'm talking to you, when a man is talking to you, don't fucking interrupt me, man.
Who hurt y'all? God,
Who hurt?
It's just real
life experience.
It's just real life.
Somebody get a fire extinguisher.
Interrupt me, man.
You want to know how?
Smooth over your stick.
Hey, ladies, you want to know how you a bad communicator, man? You understand? You a bad listener for real. You may think you got your shit together, but you don't. I'm here to clear you up.
Kill him up. Smooth. Mop him up.
When your man get to talking, and the first thing coming out your mouth is your tone. Watch your tone. You ain't listening. You ain't listening. That sentence there is the death of you. My tone gonna be different with Keisha. Keisha ain't gonna tell me about my tone. Matter of fact, she gonna say it ain't loud enough. You understand me? But over here, you want me to talk in a 6-inch voice when I want to argue with you or get out what I'm feeling. Ain't no man doing that. You understand me? Or y'all hide on. Why you screaming? Nigga raised his voice 2 decimals.
You've been screaming the whole argument.
You screaming the whole argument. That's the 2 sentences that get your ass broken up.
Or if you do talk in a calm tone too long,
bro, you condescending.
You being sarcastic.
You don't care. Yeah. You sarcastic. Mm-hmm. We can't win out here, dog.
You understand me? And then when your man don't talk at all, what you just don't care. Well, goddamn, when I wanted to talk, you didn't want to listen. Or when I was talking, every time I said some facts, you came back with some bullshit we wasn't even talking about.
Hey,
now I don't even want to argue. Now I want to okay your ass to death. That's the defense of a man.
That's all you gonna say?
I want to okay your ass.
That's all you gonna say? You're gonna have to say? No.
All right.
I don't.
All right.
I don't. We need a break.
Okay.
We need 5 minutes. Can I come back? No, I want to talk right now. Okay, well, since you want to talk right now, I'm gonna let you talk. And I'm just go cheat.
Man, marriage don't sound enticing at all.
But then you get over it after 30 minutes.
No, don't try to clear it up now. Don't try to clear it up now.
You do.
I don't get over it after 30 minutes.
No, you get over it in 30 minutes.
That's my free pass right there.
That's why I'm giving away free. I'm giving away free passes to passport bureaus worldwide.
So you ain't got to worry about that.
You ain't got to worry about none of this.
Nah, but I think, I mean, honestly, man, like most relationships start off with that big ass barrier, man, to where you down there push a man to be rude to you, to set precedent or to set structure how this thing is gonna run, especially the interrupting thing. Again,
She want to know you care.
right? Because women are women like feel like they right about everything. Ain't like don't get me wrong. Like a lot of men, we feel like we right, but we also know okay, this is worth going all the way with to prove I'm right, and this is not right. All right, you know what? You got it. It's all good. I ain't worried about it because it's not that important, right? But a lot of women feel like I gotta be right about everything, and if I'm not, and you can prove up blatantly wrong. You can show up facts, black and white facts. And then she have an attitude with you for doing that. So it's just like, bro, like, you are not fucking perfect, bro. You are not. And the second that you get that through your head, you're going to notice your relationships are going to improve tenfold. But if you don't, you are going to continue to make the same mistakes. And you're going to continue to run every single man off because no man who's worth his weight in gold is dealing with that. We are just not. We have too many options available to us, and we will go seek them. It's as simple as that.
Or just be by yourself.
Maybe they're trying to figure out that if you can handle them.
If I gotta handle you, baby, I ain't trying. I don't need you.
Have you ever been swallowed?
Have you ever been swallowed? Now, if I gotta handle you, I handle hammers. I don't handle no woman, man.
Paperwork.
You understand me? I handle. You know what I'm saying? I handle my business.
They like to be handled.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
what they say.
if you want to be handled, I'ma fumble your ass every time.
What you gonna do?
Damn, I ain't know I had butterfingers.
Nigga stupid.
He said,
His booty grabbing hands don't work that good.
now they don't work.
Booty grabbing hands don't work when I gotta handle you.
Hell nah, man. So again, creating that space, dog. When that man talking to you, listen to that man, dog, and do not interrupt him when he's talking. Do not spin it around. That's another thing. When that man comes to you to talk about what you need to improve on, that is not the time for you to tell him what he needs to improve on. It's not. That's the time for you to shut up and listen and take in what he's saying. Now, you can come back tomorrow or you can come back 2 days later and say, well, you know what, baby, I was thinking since the conversation, I would think, if you could improve on these things as well, then we can work at it. But if you immediately, when he says, hey, baby, I need you to fix this, and you immediately flip it, well, you need to do this. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. What you are doing is you are dismissing his feelings, and he do not feel heard in that space. And I promise you, a man who doesn't feel heard is a very dangerous man.
And
I promise you, baby.
Real quick, too. And don't manipulate the situation, too. Because some of y'all women, like the first woman who was talking about God and listen to, because it'll have women that's just like that and then try to act like the second woman in the video. And the moment he say something, that switch come back on.
Right.
That ain't really who she is. So don't be trying to set up the scene of like you letting your man come and talk to you. Oh, come here, baby. And the moment he said, well, you know what, babe? I just haven't been happy lately because the times we do have discussions, man, I feel like you don't listen to me. Right. I feel like that I don't get to say what I need to say, and then you flip that switch back, and that makes that man shut down. Like, this is why we don't have discussions. Because of this prime example. You set me up thinking that it's a welcoming environment and that we can talk, and then boom, you hit me again. So, hey, I'm sorry if I'm out a little bit later, or like you said, I'm staying a little later from work. There's reasons why, baby. Because you
take that big sigh before you get out the car to go home.
Nigga in the garage 30 minutes. Nigga in the garage 30 minutes.
That boy completely sober. Boy got to take a big breath before he hit the door.
That's why those niggas back in the day would get a quick, 375 before they get the house.
Yeah,
throw that bug back.
Yep. That's mess. Hey, we laughing at men's trauma, but that's real rap, bro.
That's what they was doing.
I ain't laugh one bit.
I'm dead serious when it comes to this shit.
Dead ass serious.
All right, man. Then we're gonna get into another one. This is speaking to most women having a lack of understanding.
God damn.
Elaborate even more.
For what they man needs. And this is a young Caucasian lady
Y'all need to
with some Christian backing speaking
need to get
to this.
something off y'all chest.
This is what was sent to us, man. It's crazy how
I didn't even know the document was
Submission
like
is your husband's need. Sometimes I think we have a lack of understanding of our husband's needs, that he actually needs us. My kids are messy, demanding. At times, they're often disobedient. I understand how much they need me, and here's the deal. I continue to serve them despite what they give me. What do my kids give me? They give me drama, chaos, messy house, laundry, all the things, sleepless nights. But guess what? I continue to serve them, and I live my life in such a way to meet their needs, not according to their behavior, but regardless of their behavior. Okay. Using motherhood as an example, we as women will sometimes treat our children, our sons, as if they can do no wrong. But when it comes to our husbands, it seems they can't do anything right. We are naggy, negative, and we neglect their need of respect based off their performance, and that is not okay. Truth be told, they are someone's son. You know what's helped me love him is I look at Bubba, and I think one day he's not perfect, and he's not going to be perfect, and I pray that his wife will be able to look in his eyes even when he fails and even when he messes up and calls out who he's created to be. Doesn't look at him and call him names and belittle him and use her words to destroy him, but calls the life that is inside of him and the future and the hope that comes in knowing Jesus. And so that's how I view him. How would I want Bubba's wife to talk to him?
Grace was the theme of that video. She was speaking to how a lot of women are 10 times more willing to give their son grace than they are willing to give their man. Right? It's a undying, unconditional servitude when it comes to their kids, but not necessarily their man. Do y'all feel like she had a point She was speaking to that.
They should know better.
She can comparing a child to an adult.
A man should know.
That's a slippery slope right there. Slippery slope.
Elaborate.
I mean, I guess it depends on the situation and what he did wrong or what he's not doing. I get what she's saying. You know, she's saying that a lot of dudes are based on their performance or what they bring to the table, and not who he is as a man or as his character, I guess, basically. They're not looking at his character as a man. They're looking at just his performance, and however he's performing, if he's failing at something, then they think he's just a little of a man. He's not really a man when he's really out there trying to do his best. He's still a loving husband. He's just not performing at his peak performance right now.
Right.
That they won't give him that grace. They'll look at him as belittling. I'm guessing that's what she's saying.
No, that is what she's saying. Yeah, but because we didn't talk about it before in the opposite way. We was talking about like when you're dealing with your woman, you need to treat her with the same grace and the same respect that you would treat your daughter. And that's always an interesting dynamic. You have dudes out here just taking advantage of women, finessing them, lying to them, abusing them, all type of stuff. But when he have a daughter, let somebody try to do that to his daughter, he'd be ready to go to jail over.
That's real talk.
Over the same stuff that you was doing, right? So I think
if my daughter's getting cheated on at the age of 21, and I done told her ass, hey, you cheating on you, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
That ain't nothing to do with me. Cheating, abuse, if your ass want to stay in an abusive relationship, that's your fault. If I tell you to leave that situation and you want to keep on going to that, as a father, I'm not about to go over there and kill some man that's beating on my daughter that she want to go back to him anyway. Right. That's not me, but I know some fathers will go over there and kill that dude.
Or beat him up, not necessarily kill him.
Or beat him up. But I mean, even if you put hands on him, you can have the chance of beating him up.
Right.
And the chance of going to jail.
Yeah.
True.
And the chance of losing your job. And guess where your daughter gonna go? Right back to that man, because I done seen it plenty of times.
Oh, that nigga try to catch you slipping.
And
for stomping them out.
80-20-20 vision, I done seen it. So it's like
80-20.
Why the hell would I put myself and my other kids and my wife that I gotta take care of still later on in my life? Because you're gonna go back to the same situation that you're not learning from.
Right. But see again, that's the situation carried out. I think she's speaking more to the instinct to do it. Like when you hear your daughter getting disrespected, hear your daughter getting abused, whatever, your first instinct is it's anger. It's immediate, like what the hell who would even think to do something like this to my daughter? Whole time you out there finessing women, lying to women, abusing women, all type of stuff. So I think that's more what she's speaking to. And she's just saying that same grace that you give to your daughter from a male perspective, women should be giving that same grace, you know what I'm saying, to they man. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's more what it's speaking to. A lot of like, and you got to understand like why a man would give that type of grace to his daughter, or why he would give that type of grace to his wife. Like once he learns that, hey, I love them the same, and I need to approach them with the same grace. That's not saying that I'm not holding my woman accountable, more say, because I know what you're speaking to, child compared to adult, whatever. You know better, the kid don't, so it's more grace there. But in terms of how I handle your shortcomings. Yeah. I'm not just gonna bite your head off. I'm not. You the worst woman in the world. You terrible. You a horrible mother. You're a horrible wife. You a waste of fucking time on this. Like you need to talk to her and give her the criticism the same way that you would do your daughter that you love so much and you want to protect from the world and things of that nature. Right? She's saying on the opposite end, as a woman, you need to practice that same thing, because the same woman who will bite her man head off and say you ain't nothing, you ain't shit, you ain't this, you ain't that. When her son make a mistake. That's not that's not how she administers criticism. It's a lot more grace involved. So that's what she's saying. Treat that husband with the same grace that you treat your kid, your son. A lot of women don't do that.
Yeah, that's why I'm very aware of what I say and how I say it to my wife when my son is around. You know what I'm saying? Because I would want him to handle women the way I handle women.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, and the only way you gonna even see that in practice is through me. You get what I'm saying? So every opportunity, you know what I'm saying, I get, you know what I'm saying, I make sure that he sees, like, how to treat a woman, how you talk to a woman, even when y'all at odds, you know what I'm saying, even when shit going bad, even when shit good, like, when y'all discussing something and, you know what I'm saying, y'all at odds about it or something, when y'all, you know what I'm saying, it's just certain things, like, I need him to pick up on, because I don't want to see my son when he get older calling no woman no bitch, no hoe. You know what I'm saying? Slapping up on no woman or nothing like that. Like,
You know what I'm saying? I look at it like, nigga, you got my name and you renting it until I die. So, you know what I'm saying? You're an extension of me. So, and I look at people when they kids doing that, I be like, damn, how was your parents? Your parents must have won shit. And that's just how I view it. So, I get it, man. I get it. I wouldn't want my son being out there disrespecting women, knowing I wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the way I take it.
Yeah, I think it's hard to differentiate the two, man, because you be feeling like when your girl do something wrong. Now I'm speaking from a male perspective. I know she's speaking from one perspective, but you feel like when your girl do something wrong, that like it's an intentional slight to you, and vice versa, right? So it's harder to have that grace because you feel like, damn, you tried to finesse me, or you tried to, you know what I'm saying, or you lacked in the area, whatever, where you knew that I felt was important. So it's more vitriol there. But I think, man, as you evolve as a man, you start to realize, man, that her intent wasn't bad for real. She just make mistakes, same way we do.
Yeah, and you got you a good woman, she not gonna see it like you all the time.
True.
For real. Because all men tell you, when you got you a good woman, Mo, she think totally different from you. She see it from a totally different angle from you. You understand me? But y'all may get to the same point, but her point may be easier at that point. Or down the road, your point may be easier. But it's still y'all gonna be at a little bit of odds because y'all both know, hey, I can get to this point too. So that be the thing in it. How much grace can you give somebody and how much rope can you give them to play with?
Right.
You understand me? Now, if they just don't give you no rope on that motherfucker at all and they always in the middle of that motherfucker, come on, bro. You're too heavy-handed, baby. You're too heavy-handed. I'm bad. That's like sleeping on the end of the bed like this here. She talking about you ain't where you at. Goddamn, we got a king-size bed. I only see 10% of it. So, yeah, that's just how I see it.
It's the wild part, though. I feel like the early part of most relationships is a me versus them mentality. Mm-hmm. Well, what do y'all think that stems from? Like, it's me versus them. I'm keeping tally. I'm doing this. I need you to be doing that. Or like it's a bunch of comparison. Like, what do y'all think that me versus you mentality early on in most relationships come from?
I think it comes from both of y'all just trying to get used to who each other are and each other's environment. And it's that power struggle of I've been doing things my ways for so long. You've been doing things your way for so long. But now we're trying to come together and make this work seamlessly. Because by myself, I know exactly how I'm going to do it, when I'm going to do it, you know, everything like that. And you on the same end, you've taken care of, it may be bills. You take care of your bills, might be auto pay. That because you like to be organized or whatever. I may like to just pay my bills when they do, only because I still have that option. So now we getting into it because you want to do it your way and I'm doing do it my way, but it's like the bills still don't get paid. I just want to pay it when I feel like it. You want to have it, just use an example. But yeah, that's just the two ideologies. We just be way different. And when you meshing worlds and both of you together have to submit to each other and understand where each other's coming from, just so y'all can be on the same page.
Right.
But we're both trying to force our, theory or ideology, whatever it is. I'm trying to force that on you instead of us kind of both stepping back and starting over and like, okay, what do we both like? What works for the both of us? Not what I'm just letting you do and then you just letting me do just because we don't want to argue or whatever.
Right.
Like it should be an actual agreement that we come to that you understand that we both have to where you don't feel slighted in any type of way. Mm-hmm. And we're both communicating at all times. So that's what it is. It's just a constant friction of getting to know each other. And of course, then when you do get frustrated, you want to hit below the belt or something like that just out of frustration because you ain't never been there. You don't know what this feel like, or it's just, we constantly battling each other. So now I got to say some shit to put myself up a little bit. I got to give myself a litall boost. So I got to say something to, all right, then.
And that's the thing, man. Like, if I love you and we love each other, why is that urge to do that even there? Like, and if it is, what the fuck am I doing here?
Because I think it's deeper but simple. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody trying to get it wrong. When you done been through that same shit a couple times, bro, and you really trying to take something serious for real, You like, man, this person could be the one. Like, I'm fucking 30 and I ain't married yet. This person could be the. You do not want to get it wrong. You know what I'm saying? And you become guarded of that. And you know what I'm saying? Like anything that don't fit into that, you meet that bitch with the greatest opposition you can, but that's steering you wrong. Mm-hmm. So that's what it be.
Instead of you embracing it.
And on her end or on his end, it's not coming from a bad place. It's really not. It's just that energy that's surrounded is driving them crazy, and it comes off as bad. It comes off condescending. It comes off my way or the highway. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, it's hard for them to shake that type of energy because they don't want to get it wrong again.
Right.
They don't want to waste another year with somebody they shouldn't have been with. So that's where that come from. You know what I'm saying? And it's simple. It's real simple, but that's a really deep like scar that doesn't go away just by rubbing something on it.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I think it is.
Here's a question, Kenny, as a man in a relationship, at what point does that mindset leave, that me versus you mentality leave, and you start to take that person, accept that person for who they are? At what stage does that typically happen, or what incident, or what, kind of provokes that thought process? Because I think at that point the relationships get smoother. But at what point do you feel like that typically happens?
I gotta have a smooth relationship first.
Damn.
My dog say I've been in chaos my whole life.
I'm the creator of chaos, goddamn.
I don't know a calm woman, even if she hit me in my ass.
If I know what I knew, why would I do?
God, what did I do?
Tell that nigga get the fuck out of here. Tell that nigga get the fuck out of here.
One fish, two fish.
We know. Why do we do?
What's up with bro?
Nigga stupid, dog.
Hey man, I don't know the answer to that shit. Damn it. I think it's always a competition, to be honest with you.
Damn. The whole relationship.
Competition is not always bad. Competition can be good as well.
Real
It's
talk.
it's you need competition in a relationship to keep progressing, I think. You always want to provide better for that person. Mm-hmm. And while you trying to provide better for them, they should be trying to provide better for you, be a better person to you as the years goes on. And there breeds the competition. Oh man, she's doing this for me. I should be doing this for her. That's a good competition. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it depends on what side you look at it on. I mean, you can't get rid of all negative things in a relationship. Mm-hmm. You can't. I mean, like you said, we're not perfect, but you can always try to breed more positive things than negative things in your relationship. And as long as the positive outweighs the bad, and make it work, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think, again, and that stems from just, again, accepting the fact that we on the same damn team, bro. Like, I love you, dog. Like, I want anything that I'm telling you is for the upliftment of us. It's not for me to be right. It's not for me to grandstand and talk condescending or nothing like that. If I'm telling you something, it's because I want us to elevate. And I should be taking what you're saying the same way. Mm-hmm. Because we on the same team. And if we don't feel like that, what the fuck are we doing together? Mm-hmm. That's my whole thing. Like, and I think it takes a lot of times for us to get to just a hard drawdown disagreement, arguing, like crying type of conversation before it brings us together. And that's kind of messed up, right? Because it's like, it just furthers the point that a lot of us in our culture bond through trauma. And it's like, why does it take a whole drawdown situation for us to, okay, I love you a lot, and you clearly love me a lot. Because we outside in front of neighbors yelling at each other, all type of shit. So it's like, okay, from this point, I know what your investment level is, clearly. You know what mine is, clearly. Mm-hmm. Let's get on track and let's start building towards us. In my opinion, it shouldn't take that, bro. And if it does, I'm with the wrong motherfucker, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe not asking enough questions while you're dating that person. Shit.
Yeah, because I'm beefing through the drawdown.
You need to be studying what questions you want to ask when you're really dating, be serious with somebody.
Right.
What 10 questions that you can ask that will deliberately give you like a exact answer that you want to hear come out that woman's mouth that'll say, okay, hey, we can make this work from here on out. Mm. If you don't have those questions that you want to answer out of your wife or your future wife, you don't know the answers to those questions, and you're not ready to have a wife.
So you're saying if there's any fear or hesitation in me asking these questions, because don't get me wrong, a lot of them questions is going to lead to a hard ass conversation.
Yeah, right. But that's what you need when you're dating. You need the hard ass conversation. You don't want to have them while y'all are in the lusting stage. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It comes whenever y'all stop lusting for each other, then you want to have hard conversations of why we doing this.
Right.
You know, it should be in the early stages so you don't waste your time. You should be like, hey, we don't even know each other really. Let's just get these questions out the way. What are you looking for in a husband? What do you blah blah blah? What do you do? Well, you know,
what type of leadership you
there's actually books for that kind of stuff, you know.
All that type of shit.
But just find out what questions you need answered by your wife and what answers you need to hear come out her mouth.
Mm-hmm. But also to that, and I agree 1,000%, is also I think there's another, I don't know exactly what it could be, but like another level of questioning, because those same answers that she's giving you prior to y'all being really involved might look different when y'all together. Because now feelings are involved and things are invested. Mm-hmm. So some things may flip. Yep. He was like, hold on. At the beginning, this is what you said. Right. Now that we in this, now you changing the tune. Why is that? You know?
And that's why I tune out and get
I think you
can't facade that for that long. You know what I'm saying?
But it happens.
But if it's a hard
left, everything goddamn happens. Goddamn.
Yeah, if it's a hard left, then I understand. But if it's like little minute changes and shit, I think it should be discussed. But if you say, goddamn me, you want to be a submissive woman, and then we get into this deep relationship, ain't nothing submissive about your ass. Yeah, you finesse me.
Yeah, that's foundational.
You get what I'm saying?
If I ask you, clean the dishes, and you say, I ain't cleaning your goddamn dishes. All right, cool.
Yeah,
you just lied to me.
That's real shit.
And we ain't even getting nowhere anyway. Shit.
So
if I asked you to pick me up some food from McDonald's and you told me to send you the money,
you finesse me for real.
$20 for me. Yeah,
you finesse me for real.
But
people gonna change, yes. But I mean, it's certain deep questions that you can ask. It takes a person. It's not a quick answer.
Yeah,
it makes them really think about for sure what the hell they gonna say.
Mm-hmm. You know, but that's what I'm saying. But sometimes you can get a good answer, but they may change when that reality slap them in the face. Then it's like, oh, this is what they was talking about. Like I thought I had an understanding, but this is what they talking about. This is what it's gonna look like.
But it shouldn't change 100%. It should be modified. If I gotta change it 100%, you can't. To me.
No, you stole it if you modify it.
Yo, I hate niggas, bro. I hate these niggas.
Cannot modify anything. It's stolen.
That's crazy. But I mean, I agree with you. I think that most people don't even take the time to get to know the person they're in a relationship with thoroughly until resentment set in already. And we already on the way out the door. But that's because now at this point, I don't give a damn about how you feel. So I'm going to ask questions and I'm going to make statements with no regard for how you're going to take them. I think early in a relationship, people don't want to rock the boat. So even if I want to know some information, I'm going to tap dance around it. I'm going to ask it in a way that's going to give you an easy out. And then that's going to make you say what I want to hear so we can keep continuing this thing. Or you say something make me unsure, I'm not going to just keep digging and keep digging and keep digging until I get to that uncomfortable ass truth. But once it reached a point of resentment set in, we done violated each other, whatever the case may be, at this point, that argument following that, everything going to be released on the table at that point. Because now I don't give a damn.
I don't care about the answer.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I already got a new apartment. I just got that clip back.
That's real. And that's messed up. But that's the truth. Think about it. Most relationships, which is why they always say, we got married, she was one person. We got divorced, we was somebody else. But that's because you wasn't digging deep enough to get the information you needed early. But when it came to divorce time or when it came to hard down arguing time, y'all done got a bunch of resentment built up and all that. You like, you know what? This what I've been thinking about your ass. I feel like your ass is horrible at this. You need to fix this. Like you get to laying it all out because you don't give a damn no more. We got to get to that, I won't say that point, but we got to get to that thirst for information or that free with exchanging information earlier. And then I think we'll be better off. But Yeah, most relationships don't go like that.
Yeah, that's why your favorite cousin tried to suck me.
Damn, what? How did that escalate to
You know
that?
how they be doing? They be trying to, hey, when people be in them type of arguments, they try to hit below the belt.
Everything on the table,
I'm
dog.
telling you, dog. I didn't say it, dog.
And this could be something that you could have been told that person early in the relationship. Not necessarily that, but I'm talking about something that you can improve on. I'm talking about something you can improve on.
Hey, that's how people be in the below the belt, dog. That's what they do.
But you want to wait for divorce to tell her your ass can't cook for shit. That
Hey,
little
no.
spaghetti you cooked, I was throwing it for 3 days.
I was
Feeding
giving
it
that
to
shit
the
to the dog. Every time you turn your back.
Under the table.
That's real rough. But on that note, man, we gonna go and get in the advice column, dog.
You wonder why I wasn't hungry 5 times a week?
That nigga was, you know, it's wild when you got a sneak takeout. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, man. All right, this first one, man. They want to be anonymous, man. So, all right. She says, "Hey, Krew, this has to be anonymous in all caps.
Okay.
Say the
What's
subject, and I watch it together."
Oh, shit.
She say, "I miss."
All right, Ashley.
No, that's messed up.
Damn.
He gonna know it's you now.
Bruh. She says, "I miss y'all on Wednesdays, but I know y'all on the grind. I have a guy. Call him Herb. We've known each other for a little over a year. We have a great conversation, and it's always a good time when we're around each other. A few months back, we were in a situation where I felt vulnerable and unsafe with him, so I decided to fall back. Since then, we reconnected, and I think I may be in love with him. He's extremely encouraging, understanding, and he's also the one I feel at peace with. The issue now is that after vetting him, I see that selfishness is engraved in him, and he is also a habitual liar. Truthfully speaking, I don't think he's lied to me, but I know what he is capable of if he feels it's necessary. Is it realistic for character traits like that to change, or is this something I would have to take my chances on if I decided to be in a relationship with him? Context. This is a man who sees marriage for himself in the future. He also expressed his love for me before I decided to step back. Thanks for the help, you guys."
Hey.
You knew Herb wasn't gonna be the one. Now you passing up 2 red flags.
Big ass red
You
flags.
just want to see the
He
third,
might lie to y'all niggas.
but he ain't gonna
But
lie.
over here, he 100.
He's
so
a big habitual liar, but to me, he tells the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
That's it.
So help me.
So didn't I say in one of these episodes you agreeing with the snake shit your partner doing? That make you a snake. If he lying to the world and then trying to come in and keep it 100 with you, both of y'all snakes in my opinion. For you not addressing that shit, you understand me? And he ain't who he say he is. He living 2 different lives. So he's solid in the house, but when he step out the house, he's solid to Keisha too.
Man, first red flag was unsafe.
Man, come on.
Big
Unsafe.
ass,
Oh yeah.
Big ass red flag.
Yeah, that's real
But
shit.
you know what? I'm gonna go back because you know what? Even though he might beat me in the future, he might have the opportunity to. I'm gonna go back. What did I say?
Bro.
No matter what you do, they gonna run right back.
He make me feel unsafe, but he also might protect me.
Now he loved me a lot. He done gave me. He protect me from himself.
And he's selfish.
While he beat me, he look in the mirror and say, "Don't do that." Get off her.
And he a selfish man too.
That's a,
Hey, I'm telling you right now.
I don't know, man.
Look, I'm gonna give you some game.
2 red flags. You better leave
If
that
he a
alone.
selfish man, y'all get married, you gotta realize what you gonna be dealing with. You understand me? You're gonna be dealing with somebody that's gonna question everything you got going financially, you got everything around you, every goddamn thing. And don't let y'all be facing divorce or be on the verge of that type of shit. He ain't gonna wanna give nothing. What if you got kids to protect? You know what I'm saying? Because it's y'all kids. And if he's trying to take everything for himself, how you think he gonna handle his kids?
Can you imagine if we really said her name and they was laying in the bed and he just look over at her?
Bro,
You gonna smack the shit out of him.
all I'm saying is, bro, that ain't somebody.
I don't
you
condone violence. I'm sorry, I don't condone abuse.
Unsafe is a dangerous motherfucking word, and
Unsafe,
that's something
go
you should
right
not
back.
go back to.
And then say he a habitual.
You know what I'm saying? If I
liar.
felt unsafe with anybody, I did not fuck with them again.
And come on,
I think women's safety should be the most, like, that's number one. Almost like how men demand respect. Right?
Yes,
That's like
and-
on the
yes.
same playing field.
Yeah.
Y'all safety is just as important as that.
Like that
You
is
can't play with that.
crazy, man.
I mean, some traits we just can't come back from.
Never.
That's what it is, but that's why we always speak about non-negotiables. I think being safe and somebody being selfish should be a part of those non-negotiables, in my opinion. I don't think that people can grow out of that. I think that's who they are. Some people are just narcissistic.
And you know he a liar. He lied to everybody out there. He habitual liar. So he lied to you so good that you believe in the lie. It's the truth now.
He a liar. He's selfish, and he don't make us seem safe. That does not sound good.
3 red flags.
How long you been watching us?
Strikes you out.
I want to know. now.
Strikes out.
You know what I'm saying? Me? You know what I'm saying?
That's 3 texts.
That's
A triple text is crazy.
And the first one was a double flagrant.
2 files on the plate. That both by the same person.
That's wild.
That first one was an automatic ejection.
You say face
And
mask.
she came back.
Did he roughing the passer
Horse collar and
after
face
the play?
Horse collar, face mask, roughing the
She let him go to the locker room, throw in another jersey with a different number, and come back in the game.
Damn.
Damn.
That's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
She did leave him. She said
I'm
they
telling
reconnected.
you.
Yeah.
Man, no,
And I
baby.
found out I love him.
Damn, now you love him too. You love the lies.
Oh man.
And you love the selfishness.
I just want more for us, dog.
I want more for
Gotta
her,
do
man.
better, baby.
Don't watch this episode with him.
I hope you.
He gonna be looking at you like this.
She better not even breathe.
Boy, if y'all watch this together, man, he might make you feel unsafe again.
I hope you find better.
That's real.
Hope you take the advice and get up out of there.
Prayers to all parties involved.
I'm praying on your downfall. Stay there.
Chill out.
We're gonna go to the next one. We're gonna go to the next one, man. This
Please
is
be
from
careful. Please be careful.
Tiffany, Patreon.
Let's crack it, Tiff. Let's crack it, Tiff.
All right, she says, are black men being quote unquote taxed when dating? So I tried to post this on the Black Man Reddit page, but unfortunately I did not have enough karma points to post. Recently, I hung out with a couple of friends for the first time in a while, and I was disgusted by the way they spoke about how they basically use men. Both only date black men for money. Both were bragging about having a roster and having men pay for their rent, utilities, hair, nails, expensive dates, etc.
We know.
One of the girls has received a car from a guy. It's not a new car, but the car is in her name. By no means am I jealous of either of these women. The quality of men that I attract date is completely different from the men they attract. I've never been disrespected in a relationship while these girls have been degraded, abused in relationships. And no, I'm not conceited, but I am the prettiest girl out of our entire group of about 6 women. And our male friends and men that we have met while out has been vocal about it. Myself and one other girl in our group are the only ones that use common sense, take a holistic approach to situations, and treat everyone, no matter who they are, with respect and kindness. After hearing my friends talk for a few hours, I begin to think that black men are taxed, similar to the black tax. And I'm now calling this the brother's tax, meaning a tax imposed on black men by black women in order to have any sort of contact with her, not always including sex. This tax includes paying rent, utilities, car payments, hair and nails, giving pocket change, etc. The tax reduces black men's ability to invest in his future, such as a 401k, IRA, or a brokerage account, and prevents him from financially securing himself for his future wife and family. The black tax, black professionals or blacks that earn higher incomes than other family members give money to their parents, siblings, and or extended family members, often out of obligation, thus lessening their ability to invest and leave a substantial legacy for future generations. So her questions are, damn, she has 6 questions. That's crazy.
Damn.
1, do you think that black men are paying a tax when dating?
Of course.
Yes.
No.
2, do you feel that modern women are
yes.
holding men back from their full potential to invest in their future 100%, prepare for their future wife?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
3, are you investing 10 to 15% of your income?
Personally? Oh,
Personally, I guess.
I have to do the numbers on that.
Yeah, I got
Not
the
yet,
numbers
but
on that. I don't know.
close.
Yeah, that's interesting.
401ks,
Me,
14.
I say,
Yeah, I would say yeah.
yeah, probably so.
Close.
I may be close to it.
4, do you have
Okay,
any emergency?
IRS.
Well, no, I'm because they take 6%. So yeah, they take 6% automatically. So yeah, I'm good.
All right, 4, she says, do you have an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months tucked away?
Of course.
Say,
Depending on how much I spend that month.
Emergency fund and a savings is 2 different things to me. So, but yeah, go ahead. God damn you! What are you, the IRS?
She asked questions. Number 5, are you saving for any long-term goals, such as buying a house, wedding expenses, etc.?
Absolutely.
I already bought all
They
that.
already bought a house and got married.
My house is lit.
Fuck y'all.
Yeah, right. Knock all this shit over.
I'm just saying.
Goddamn interest rate and everything.
Straight up. Number 6, if you desire to be married, how are you preparing for your future wife and family?
Don't look at me. I was desired to be married. Shit. I would get married again, but I ain't desired.
So you desire to be married?
Nah, nope.
Oh, okay.
And she went on just to give a little more context. By the way, we're all single and in our early 30s, her and her friend group of 6. Lastly, I refuse to participate in something, the brothers tax, that will hold our community back. So just overall, how y'all feel about the brothers tax? Do y'all feel like men are obligated to pay these women, or do you feel like a lot of women expect men to pay for their time?
Of course.
I'll say this, especially in a city like Houston. Bigger cities, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think because they've been getting it from these men that do it willingly.
Yes.
From the men
So
that
all
had no
men
business.
suffer.
Yeah, from the men that had no business with them in the first place. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, if you are a man with some kind of standard about yourself, you ain't got to pay them for their time. If that's what they want, get up out of there. You are not obligated to pay her for her time.
But they paying her in hopes to get something in return eventually.
Yeah, but most of them, when they doing that, all them dudes not hitting.
Of course not.
That's just real.
That's
And they
some
talking to
just-
men that they, for real, the women that be getting money from men like that, they are doing that to men that they know they would never marry, never have no kids
Absolutely.
with, none of that type of stuff.
But she said they were getting degraded and whatever it is.
Because they want the money. They'll go through anything to get the money.
So no man,
Yes.
what does that mean really?
They'll
She
go
don't really
through
like them like
That,
Yeah.
No, that the women are getting really fucked on, left out, talked about badly.
Yeah, that's what the dude that they want to be with, though.
No, she
No,
said
no,
none of
no.
them. She said
No,
none of
that's
them
true.
are getting cars, toys, or whatever it is.
And
Their
but they
bills
get
paid,
degraded.
but they getting degraded. What is normally degraded? They just getting fucked on, talked too badly, and then left.
Disrespected.
Okay.
Abused, too.
One,
She said,
one dude
yeah,
can be
abused.
doing
They're
that.
getting abused by those guys too.
Yeah, one dude can be doing that.
I'm not gonna say how many it is, but I'm just saying what she left. The information she left us was that they're willing to get their bills paid for. They're willing to accept being degraded as long as their
yeah,
bills
I
and their
get what
toys
you're
get
saying.
paid for.
Okay.
So
That's
that's their side of the thing. All I'm
think-
saying is no
so-
man.
I don't think that's a
Her,
large
her
group of
friends
men.
would rather be pimped. That's basically what
Basically.
it is.
And
They
I'm
would
not
rather
saying
be
it's
pimped.
just black men. I mean white men,
Yeah.
Hispanic man,
They-
any man with
but
money.
she say they only like black men. That's what she
Oh,
said.
okay, yeah,
She
black
did.
man, yeah. But I mean, if it's ain't no man obligated to just pay for no woman's time.
For the men that are for the men who see them as out of their league, they gonna pay that. If a man don't think that you out of his league, he gonna look at you like you crazy.
I don't think so.
You let yourself get finessed.
I don't think so. And this is why.
ain't paying
Well,
Right?
because it's just
There you
a
go.
light expense.
There you go.
I get that.
That
too.
would be like an average man paying $5 for your time and your hair and your nails, because that's what that costs. Because a lot of these women that think like that, they shooting for millionaires, they shooting for athletes, actors, things of that nature. So when she say getting my hair done, paying my rent, things like that's $1,000. This man may make $600,000 a month, depending on who she dating or whatever the case may be. That's $5 for your time. So it's nothing to him. But the problem is that they leave that type of man, go to a regular man, and expect that same thing. And that's, you know what I mean? Like, and that's where shit gets shaky at. So that's what she's talking about, the black tax, because that's putting pressure on the regular man to feel like I gotta do these things to even have a chance with you.
Fuck all that. Fuck all that.
Never.
But then I look at it like, do I really got to do I really want to be with her?
Great question.
Because I ain't paying to
question.
play. I'm sorry.
I ain't doing it. If you know your self-worth, like what?
I ain't doing that.
Are you stupid? Are you dumb?
If you ain't spending on me just as equally, we can't be together.
Get out of here.
But it's also because, and we done talked about this before, and they talk about it a lot in that red pill community. A lot of men don't have the access to women that we have,
Yeah.
or have had, right? So our mindset is gonna be different. Compared, let's get the fuck. Ask me to pay for anything without me wanting to do it. I'll laugh in your fucking face, right? But other men who may not have access to that caliber of woman, because she say all her girls look good. She say she look the best out of all of them, but they all look good. So it's a lot of dudes who will jump off the cliff just for a woman who look good. Like, cause I'm happy to be here. You want your hair done? How much? $100?
Crazy.
Here.
That's his fault.
Yeah, that's his fault.
Absolutely.
And in my opinion,
should have lowered
tell
your
them they
standards.
need to lick the suckers.
It's our fault. The men.
He said they need to lick.
Lick the suckers.
He ain't lying, though.
men
But the real, you need
We
to
the
tell
cause
your
of it.
friends, lick the suckers. But when they run across a real man, you understand
Good
me?
luck.
Treat them like a real man, or she gonna see what it feel like to be left the fuck alone.
Keep that money in your pocket and stop wasting your money on these hoes that just starfish all day anyway.
No.
Sex don't even be good. She don't give head. She
You need the tricks,
all
bro.
she do is suck the tip.
We
She
need
don't
the
even-
tricks.
No, man.
The game need the tricks,
they
man.
fucking up. They fucking up the game.
It's like if you
messing-
getting rid of the tricks,
Nah.
you got to get rid of the hoes too, and then you can't do that.
The hoes always gonna be there.
No, the tricks gonna always be there too.
The tricks is messing up the algorithm. They are. They flooding the streets. They mess up the
I hear
algorithm.
you, man. I hear you.
That's why all these women so entitled. That's why all these women going up, having OnlyFans. That, bro, 15, 20 years ago, the whole landscape has changed. 15, 20 years ago, women were ashamed to do a lot of the stuff that they're doing now today.
Of course.
They are putting it out on the platform willingly, openly.
Which I mean,
don't care about the
look how
consequences,
much-
although you still have
Look
consequences.
how much media and technology has changed.
Yeah,
15
I
years,
know.
20 years ago, you can say 90% of the words you can say now in media on television. You couldn't say 90% of the words. They can cuss, say whatever the hell they want to say on radio now, or in movies or in TV shows.
Yeah.
Shit.
But I'm just saying, just the entitlement in general, just that I expect because it's me. I'm a woman. You should be paying me whatever. You need to pay me for my time. You need to pay me to be in my DMs. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely women like that. But you know those type of women. Come on now.
Yeah, the women that got the Cash App in their bio,
They not looking
She
for no
won.
marriage.
she want
They
to.
looking for a good time.
Look for opportunity.
And the men that got that money like that looking for a good time too.
If she got the Cash App in her bio, you can hit with a few dollars.
You're like, oh, okay,
skip the
oh,
conversation.
you want this purse? Just because it got Chanel on it? Okay.
I need to touch the back.
$1,500? Shit, all right, go ahead.
I need to touch the back
Get
of that
your Chanel
throat.
first. Now we about to do some strange. They
what I'm saying,
freaked
man?
out.
But that's the thing. Like, they got a lot of dudes, which is why I know a couple chicks who getting their rent paid and things of that nature. But it's to keep you available to me. Whenever I'm in the city, you know what I'm saying. I might got a couple road games. When I get back, when I need you, I'm coming over there and we doing what we do. And then I'm gonna go back to doing what I do. But whenever I need you, you need to be available. That's just period. But they looking like, oh, I'm finessing, I'm hitting a lick. But like I said, if you dating somebody who's a millionaire, them paying what's your rent, $2,000 a month, something like that. That's 12 months.
That's nothing to them.
Shit, you ain't gotta be a
that's no money.
millionaire.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit.
Right.
Bring
Just-
$15,000 a month, $10,000 a month. You can pay
yeah,
rent.
Exactly.
For
That's
real.
it. That's real rap. So,
You got somewhere to stay, huh?
and then I got somewhere else to say.
Yeah.
But I need to get away with my wife not going back to what people niggas talking about earlier in the thing.
That's
When my girl nagging me and my house is a war zone, I got to come over here to where it's peace at. That's real.
Get that drug real quick.
Got her in a Skyline condo. 2 racks. That shit
Wait, she ain't
killing-
staying in no goddamn Skyline.
2
condo.
racks. Hey, if you making you
She ain't-
300.
She ain't staying in no goddamn Skyline. Ain't no nigga about to be beating you down in no Skyline.
No. You got cameras on it.
Crazy.
You got cameras
What
on
the
it.
cameras gonna do?
You
Hey,
crazy.
hit it, nigga. You
Let
see-
you watch her get beat down?
You telling me a man not gonna pay for that?
Hey,
I say
niggas
I
is
didn't say
paying-
man. I don't
Oh,
rent.
you know the trees is paying for that though.
I said I ain't.
They gonna pay for what she want
Yep.
because they can continue to get what they want.
Yep.
And also, if I'm sliding over there, I need it to be in a very nice, discreet place. So you see what I'm saying? I can't have you staying on Section 8. And I'm pulling up in this Rolls Royce.
I pulled up in a Phantom.
Yeah,
That Section 8 pussy
Deep in the trap. Deep in the trap.
That government pussy be on a different level.
Because they fucking for a way out.
That's real shit.
play-
And watch Kenny get trapped up.
That's like niggas in
fucked
sports.
They gonna trip Kenny ass up. You gonna be like, damn.
They can't work. I mean, what else they doing at the house all
That's
day?
like
They
niggas
gotta
in
keep it
sports.
clean.
That's like niggas in sports. They playing for a different reason. Right. That hunger and that drive is different.
that hunger, that drive.
Shit, she ain't ate all day. That damn food stamps ran out. Shit,
Shit, so food
be
starts
off
to make
the
it.
wall.
They had you thinking for a week.
Why you in this area, baby? You too good.
Do I like this bitch?
I can literally change his life.
Damn.
Hey, put your mom on the phone.
Distress. Living in distress.
Man.
But yeah.
Distress pussy is a different level.
Hey, that's real talk. When she's starving for something, boy, hey, you gonna fuck skin off of your boy to get it done.
You did?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Hey, she gonna fuck skin off of you, boy.
That's gonna be the name of this part. Distressed. That's fucked up, but that's the truth.
Oh, man.
On that note, man, we're gonna go and get on up out of here, man. We appreciate everybody tapping in with us. Crusader Nation, man, the Patreon. The sweaters is available, man. Pardon me, man. I hadn't took no picture yet and put them up, man.
No,
but this motherfucker gonna be up today, man. I'm gonna take a picture today. We're gonna put them on up, man. But yeah, we got them. We appreciate everybody tapping in with us. I almost said the word, but what we working on is almost done.
The what?
I've been spending a lot of time.
The what? The what?
Nothing.
If you can, you can hear.
But what we working on is almost done, man. It's looking beautiful. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I said, I can't wait for y'all to see it. But yeah, just keep rocking with us, man. We appreciate y'all. Until next time, man.
We got more merch coming.
Yeah, for sure.
Be ready.
For sure.
We're gonna be outside slanging his merch.
Yeah, man, for sure. So if y'all, if we in the city, man, pull up. We're doing pop-up shops at the at the venue, man. So y'all keep it stay tuned. I think that's all.
You chewed up that word.
What was that?
Keep it
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. I'm trying not to do no extra promos and shit. Is that all? Y'all boys got something y'all want to add to this thing? Or did I cover it?
It's the merch. Yeah, it's the merch coming. We're gonna be flooding the streets.
Also, more collabs coming as well.
Absolutely.
This whole kickback segment, man, I think it's gonna be beautiful. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like how it's going already. I'm about to start editing a lot of those videos of these collabs that y'all been seeing us doing so far, and going forward, there's gonna be some more collabs coming as well. So that little kickback segment is gonna be something serious.
It's only gonna be a certain way you can watch them, though. So,
Very true.
So if we're in your city,
Very true.
what's up? Come holler at us. Just send a DM. So we trying to work, baby. We trying to work.
Get to the city, we looking for a studio. So if we in the city, y'all know what studio at, DM us that. But yeah, on that note, we're gonna get on up out of here, man. 21 just dropped a new album. Got a record on there called Shoulda Wore a Bonnet.
Yes, sir.
Featuring my boy
Yes,
Brent.
sir.
On that note, man, we up out of here.
she was just there for the season.